welcome. Let's start with either your foam roller or your mat. You're going to place your arms here. We're going to go down belly, and we're going to start with an inhale. Hands on the roller if you have it, arms on the roller. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And if you don't have the roller, you can use your hands or your forearms on the mat. So we're going to start with our upper back. Ease into it. Inhale, lift. Good. Now your thighs have some energy in them, but you don't feel like you're death gripping in the glutes. Breathe in. Now you may feel like you're able to get a little higher. We're going to be holding the next swan. So when you're up, find that the shoulder blades are down the back, the belly lifts. Breathe in, the neck is easy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower down, we're going to do this 2 more times. Take an inhale and lift. 10, shoulders are down. 2, breath is going to the upper back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower. Now we're going to take another one. Here we go. Inhale, glide, glide, glide. 2, good. Either your hands are on the floor or you're on your roller. Breathe in, neck is easy. The jaw is soft. Hold a little longer. 3, 2, exhale, lower, and we're going to take a child's pose. You can leave the hips in the air if you have any issue with your knees bending. You can also let your hands rest on the foam roller. Great job. Now we're going to wake up our core muscles, abdominals, with the foam roller on the back end of your mat, but if you want to do this on the floor, you can. The option could be that your elbows are down. Hold the plank either on the foam roller or the floor. Hold 10. Your arms are strong. 2. Now, if you'd like to add on, you can go forward and back just a couple inches. This can be done on the floor by pushing through your toes, dropping through your heels, or on the foam roller. I like to internally rotate the legs a little bit so I'm on my muscle, the shin, not the bone of the tibia. All right, try 4 more. The further you go back, the harder it is. 3, the more challenge. 2. Now, for a moment, child pose or some type of rest. Breathe in. And then on your exhale, come back out to the foam roller, to the plank on the foam roller, or your toes on the floor, your choice. Now this time we're going to lift the hips up and then come back to plank. And lift the hips up and come back to plank. Now your gaze will change. When you lift the hips, you're going to have your gaze towards your toes. When you come back to plank, you're probably going to be looking at your hands. Feel the belly scoop in. Good. 6, beautiful. 7, 8, breathing in through your nose. 9, breathing out of your nose if you can. 10, now take a moment to recover any way you want to. I like to do a child's pose with my shins on the foam roller, but you can certainly lie on your belly and rest that way too. Now we're going to bring it into inchworm. So the forearms are down. You're going to extend your legs. I like a toe in position to get off the bone, get on the muscle. Now the foam roller is a little closer to the knees on the shin, so that when you bend your knees underneath, you have the length of your shin to roll. So bend the knees and then extend a plank. Bend the knees and then extend a plank. Bend, again, your gaze is going to change. At plank, you're probably looking at your hands. As you bend the knees under, you're probably looking at the knees so that your neck doesn't have any tension. All right, try 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more, and then recover. Woo! Good job. Now we're going to do a pattern of those 2 moves. So you're going to do a hip lift, dolphin, plank, and then you're going to pull your knees under, flamingo, plank. So we're going to be doing this pattern. It's going to be great. Forearms down, legs long, The pattern, lift the hips, now go to plank. Now bend the knees, now go to plank. Lift the hips, plank. Bend the knees, plank. Lift the hips, plank. Bend the knees, plank. Lift the hips, plank. Bend the knees, one more pattern. Lift the hips, plank. Bend the knees, plank, and recover. Really good job. Nice job. Grab a sip if you'd like one. Nice job. We're going to be coming down to our swan again to mix this up. The mat, your belly's down on your mat. Your arms are on the foam roller if you're using one, on the floor if you're not. Go up with your upper back, lower your back and lift up your legs. Now lift up your upper back. Now lower your upper back and lift up your legs. Lift up your upper back. Shoulder blades glide down the back, and now your legs. Inhale and exhale. It's like it's like a wave or a rocking chair. Your upper back, as it goes down, your legs come up. Your upper body comes up. Your lower body comes up. Now do this continuously, or if you would like a challenge, the swan rocking, you can come up and let go. Catch yourself once or do several, 5, let's say, in a row. Catch yourself again. And that turns on the hamstrings. So if you're feeling your hamstrings, that's accurate. One more. Good, Jerry. Good. 2, 3, 4, and then child pose. Nice job. Rest your hamstrings, rest your back. Rest any way you need to. Woo, good job. And now it's time for some core moves on the foam roller. Let's put the foam roller at the foot end of the mat. Let your forearms come down. Now, once you're ready, I like to internally rotate the legs here so it's on the shins on this too. Bend the knees towards the left elbow and then extend to plank. Now bend the knees towards the right elbow. Extend to plank. Now bend the knees towards the left elbow, plank. So this is a diagonal flamingo or an oblique inchworm. Oblique inchworm. All right, let's do 6 more. I like this because it rolls out the side of the lower leg, the peroneals as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now rest any way you need to. The next one's going to be a diagonal hip lift. This is going to be like that dolphin. What you'll do is lift your hips with knees long, but you oblique the hips towards the left, and then you're going to come to plank. Now lift up the hips a little bit to the right. Come back to plank. Lift the hips towards the left. Plank. Right. Plank. Left, plank, right, plank. Now we're going to take 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and recover. Terrific job on that. Grab a sip if you would like. This is going to be plank on the foam roller, or side plank on the foam roller, or the floor. So your forearms on one side, your feet are on the other. Go up and just hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then let's lower the hip and go to the other side. And hold it side plank. 10, good. 2, shoulder blade is down the back. 3, 4, stacked is harder, staggered's a little easier. This can be done on the floor or the foam roller. Now lower the hip. Good. Now this is reverse plank, long on the ankles, your foam rollers on the ankles, or your heels are on the floor. If you need to take another pose, please do. You could be on the forearms, extending your legs in a, I'll show you a backup plan. Looks like that. That's a backup plan. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, hot dog. Good job. Come down. Now this time, side plank with a possible move. And we're going to take the hand at the head. The elbow is like a triangle. You're going to exhale and rotate. Keep the hips square. You're rotating the torso. Lower the hip. All right, let's do 10 of those on the other side. Take your foam roller at the end of the mat, but you can also do this on the floor. Shoulder blade down the back. Your hand is at your head. Keep the hips square. 2, 3. It is harder to stack the hips. Sorry, to stack the hips, stack the feet. Staggered's a little easier to separate the feet. 8, 9, 10. Now lower down. Terrific job. Now we're going to get rid of the foam roller for a moment, and we're going to do belly down swan work. So let's go down to the belly down. The hands are going to come beside your hips. Breathe in and lift up your back. Then lift up your thighs if you'd like to add on. Every inhale, you're going to be lifting up a bit more. Try not to drop too much with the exhale. Notice your neck. This is so good for posture. Good, you look great. That's exactly right. Your hands are exactly right. Hands towards the floor. Palms towards the floor, I should say. All right, take another inhale. Now, this swan series is interlaced fingers or rest one hand on the other. So if you can't do that, it's okay. Just leave your hands like we had them earlier. Otherwise, breathe in, lift up. You could have interlaced. If you want a harder challenge on those shoulders, push the palms together. Lift up. Now lower, but if you would like, and if you'd like to change your hand position, the other pinky's on the outside now. Now come up, inhale. And recover. Now this time we're going to make a little swim. So the arms are beside you, either field goal post or long. Lift the right arm and the left leg, and then lift the left arm and the right leg. Lift the right arm and the left leg, and the left arm and the right leg. Now you can continue this or lift all the limbs and continue to do a little swim. Breathe in and out. Now you can change the breath. We'll do one of these syncopated. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Sniff, sniff. So it's through the nose, out the nose. Inhale, and then on your exhale, a rest pose of your choice. You could winch away, or you could push your hips back, curl the toes under for a foot stretch on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab a sip. And on this series, we're going to take a lie down on the arm position. Your arm is your pillow. Take your legs long. Now develop you're going to draw a line up your leg, extend your foot up, try to flex it down. Breathe in, lift up, flex it down, draw a line up as close as you can to your hip, and then exhale, breathe in. And exhale, try to stretch your leg up as high as you can, and when you pull the toes back, it's even harder. Point, and flex. Good. Point, go up and flex. 2 more. Breathe in. 1 more. And then we're going to change it, but we're going to change the ankle to point and flex down. Point up, all the way up as you can, as high as you can. Up. Good. Consider this good for the neuroplasty. 5. Breathe in. 6. Up as high as you can. 7. 8. 9. Do 1 more complete one, and then we're going to catch that foot in the air, or whatever you can grab. It may be that you can grab your, let me show you a modification. It's kind of like that. That's called can opener. Or you could hold onto your thigh. But if you can grab your foot and reach, hold, listen to your body. Make sure nothing feels straining near the ischial tuberosity or sit bone. Everything should feel good. It might go in a little closer as you're getting warmed up. 5, 4. Oh, isn't that nice? Keep pulling in. 3. You're using your bicep as opposed to your neck to help you. That looks great. Now let that leg go in front. Now we're going to take the bottom toes, point them, lift up and over an imaginary pumpkin. Lift up and over and up, pointing. Feel the belly pull in. Breathe in. Neck is soft. These will help your knees too. They strengthen the muscles around your knees that help stabilize. Now pull your toes back and do the other hot potato with dorsiflexion, pulling the toes back. Up high, the pumpkin is high. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Now lie on your belly, hands underneath your forehead, and then lift up both legs and flutter those legs 30-ish times here. Neck is soft, 20 times, 10 more times. And then we're going to go to the other side. Your arm is like a pillow. Take your toes, point, developing the leg, point, go up as high as you can. So you're not just strengthening, you're trying to stretch and coordinate, introducing grace, precision, so you're not just tossing your leg up there. You're conscious of the cues along the way. 8, so go up as high as you can, then reach up as high as you can here. 9, breathing at the same time, but no neck tension. Now we're going to reverse it. So you'll go up with a point as high as you can, flex and draw that heel down the other leg. Go up as high as you can, developing the leg. Go up. Good for the brain to have neural patterns that we have to memorize, and with coordination while we're exercising, so the brain's getting extra blood flow. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. Good. 9. Feels so good. We're going to do 1 more complete one, and then we're going to be catching that thigh or that calf or that foot, whatever feels safe and effective for you. The shoulder is down the back. If you're using your muscles to help you increase the stretch, think about your bicep as opposed to your neck. Your shoulder blade is down the back, shoulder blade's down the back. Breathe, enjoy, feel that wonderful stretch. If you need to modify, that's fine. Just bend the knee. 5, 4. This in yoga is called Anantasana. 3, 2. Feels so good. Inhale. Now let that leg go in front of the other. It's just passive. It's going to try to help, but don't let it. Take the bottom toes, point them. Lift over an imaginary pumpkin. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out of your nose. Feel your belly help you a little bit. And we're going to be flexing the foot. We did it. Now we're going to be belly down. The arms are like your pillow for your neck to be soft. Now this time when you lift up your legs, you're going to tap your feet together while the knees are in the air, the legs are in the air. 30 horizontal adductions, 30 beats with your feet. 20 more. 10 more. Wonderful job. Press back, a child's pose, and you can bend your elbows on this one. Elbows bend. And grab a sip. Great job. We're going to be using our foam roller for a Pilates, for an abdominal exercise called 4 points of light. Shins down on the foam roller. And your forearms are on the mat. You're going to be having the foam roller closer to your knee side, but on the shin. Bend the knees directly under you. Now, rotate your hips right. Go back to center. Rotate your hips left. Go back to center. Push back into plank. Now bend the knees underneath you, rotate left, center, rotate right, center, push the legs back. Bend the knees underneath you, rotate right, center, rotate left, center, push the hips back plank. Bend the knees underneath you, rotate left, center, rotate right, center, push back. Bend the knees underneath you, rotate right, center, left, center, back. Here we go, last one. Bend the knees, rotate left, center, right, push back, and either rest your belly on the floor or child's pose. Good job. Take an inhale, and as you're ready, get rid of the foam roller for a moment. We're going to do a thoracic extension. Now, the first possibility is that you lift up your torso and your legs. The second possibility is you bend your right knee and you find your foot. The third possibility is you hold on to both feet, come up, inhale, and breathe. Find what you need today. Neck is soft. 10. And recover. Now, if you only had one foot, just grab the other one now. Otherwise, second set of this bow. Come up. Push strong. Neck is easy. And then exhale. Terrific job. This time take a child's pose, knees wide, or if you prefer to do a belly down rest, you can. And I'm going to show three poses on this one. The first one is cat-cow, which is flexion extension. Now a way to modify could be you pull your fingers under and do cat-cow so you can really articulate the back. Another possibility is you do a down dog, up dog articulation. You go up, you articulate through your lower back, middle back, upper back. You go into an up dog, you tuck your chin, upper back, middle back, lower back, heels. Lift the heels, lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale. Tuck the chin, upper back, middle back, lower back. And lift. Inhale. Tuck. So you could be doing cat-cow, or you could be doing this down dog, or you could be doing forearms on the floor, dolphin. And do one more of whatever you're doing. Up. Inhale. Good. And tuck. And then exhale. And then lower down. Terrific job. Grab a sip if you'd like. We're going to take some bridging exercises. The foam roller option, the foam roller's at your feet end of the bar. Take an inhale. And let's try to do about a 10-second roll down. Get ready, 1. Make sure you have enough mat behind you. I cued that kind of late. So if you're already down and you want to come up, great. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, either the foam roller's at your feet or your head's on the mat and your feet are on the floor. Your choice. So curl up. Your feet are either on the foam roller or on the mat. Now curl all the way down. Now curl up. Curl all the way down. Curl up. Good. And down. Hamstrings waking up. And up. Good. And 2 more. Keep going. I'm just thinking about getting a hamstring stretch, so I'm going to stretch that out. 2. 1 more. And if you can hold it up, hold it up. If your hamstring needs a stretch, you can take it, but just take 10. Now exhale, lower down. First, hug the legs in and just rock a little right and a little left. Let's move the ankles a bit. And then if you can reach your hands to your feet, do that second variation. Pull the knees down. 5. Woo! Now the next one is feet together, knees wide. 5. This is the pine bound angle. Ooh, good job. Now we're going to be putting our feet back on the floor or on the foam roller, you choose. Curl up. Now once you're there, we're going to do a lower, and that's your first option, but this is a second one. I think it's a little harder. Curl up and lower. So you could do the knee bent one or you could do the long leg one. So choose which one you need to do. So up and lower. Now your hips come up. It's only a few inches they come up, and we're going to scan the knees. The knees should be long but soft. So exhale and inhale. So you're either doing this at 90 degrees of the knee flexion or your knees pretty long. Find which one is working for you today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, this next one is an inhale to reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, tuck the chin, peel up. Now I'm going to add on a knee bend. So do you see how it looked like a little inchworm here, a roly-poly bug, and then lengthen. Now your arms go overhead, and exhale, come up, tuck the chin, roll. Now, if this kind of roll up doesn't serve you, you could do a partial roll down instead, or you could do bridging. Another modification is this doing a feet flat on the floor, hands behind the head, ab crunch. So you're just doing some wellness move. This is a roll up with a knee bend. You're not throwing the arms, notice, and you're trying to keep the feet connected to the roller or the floor if that's what you're working with. Tuck. Now we're going to be changing the pattern. So this time we had knees bending as we come up. Now this one, start with your knees bent when your back is down. Exhale, come up. Now notice I'm not kicking my legs forward. I'm trying to control everything, right? So I'm trying to not just throw my body in the direction of my desire. I'm trying to exhale, execute abdominals. Inhale, contract the abs as I come down. Inhale. So we're doing a little pattern here. This can be done on an orbit or a foam roller. You can also just have socks on and do this sliding on the mat pretty easily. Now we're going to be doing another variation here with obliques. So this time, length your arms long, let your legs go long. Inhale. Now on your exhale, when you start peeling your spine off the mat, take your knees a little left, your arms a little right. Now come down, inhale. And exhale, take your arms a little left, take your knees a little right. So you can see I'm doing an opposite, alternating sides with the torso. So now my torso's rightish, my legs are leftish a bit. Good, inhale. And I'd say the biggest challenge would be not to throw the arms. If you want more challenge, cross your arms on your chest. Let your elbows touch your ribs the whole time. Now we're going to do 4 more of whatever you're doing. So I'm going to mix up my arms so you can see there's different ways. 4, breathe in, good. Exhale, 3. Now 2 more, 2. How about 1 more? Inhale, and exhale, 1. Terrific job. Now, grab a sip if you'd like. Cheers. And take those legs out for a moment. Good job. This is the saw. Take your arms open, rotate, and then reach for a pinky toe. And rotate, and reach for a pinky toe. Rotate, and rotate. And 6. Now you might be able to go a little deeper than the first ones. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this time the legs are going to glue, rotate, and then rotate. Now your legs are going to be pretty stable on this one. So I'll turn so you can see me. I'm rotating right, rotating left. Now the legs are not shifting. Try to see if you can match your range of motion. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to put our legs a little differently this time. You can be straight ahead or you can sit. I'll just sit differently to show. Go up and over, breathe in. Good, and you can sit any way you want. I just want to show different position than what we had earlier. So it's nice to sit on the floor in all sorts of positions and get those hips used to being low and flexed. Good, okay, we're doing 4 more here. You might be able to go a little deeper. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to intermix some stretches here. Add a rotation. Legs can be any way you want. We're just going to hold this one. So I like to use the hands on the thigh and the floor to hold. 10. Open up your arms, breathe in. Exhale, rotation to the other side. Just enjoy how good that feels in the upper back. When you're ready, come back in, but if you can stretch your legs out, do that. This is an inner thigh plus reaching for that foot or those toes. Breathe in. Take an inhale. Exhale, come up, and let's go to the other side, up and over. You can pull your toes back if you'd like a little bit more stretch challenge. Try to roll your shoulder open behind your ear. There it is. Good. Now really try to breathe into the rib cage that's up towards the sky, making the muscles pliant. The rib cage muscles or intercostals. Take that inhale. Now as you're ready, come back. Wonderful job. Grab a sip, meet me back here. If you have a foam roller, you can put it at the foot end of your mat. If you prefer to use the mat for the plank, you can. We're going to take our forearms on the mat. Now on this one, you're in a plank just like normal, but you're gonna float your right leg up, or if you're on the floor, your toes, then your left, then your right, and then your left. You're just shifting, yes, which leg has your support. So keep everything else the same. And do 4 more. It's kind of like you're walking in place. 3, 2. Now recover for a moment. Good. The next one could be that you add a little shift back with your shin that's on the roller. So your forearms are down, your legs are long. Now you're going to lift a leg and shift back a little with the other one. Lift a leg and shift back a little bit with your other foot that's on the roller. So you have these 2 things. You kind of shift and you're lifting. Yep, good. It's not a big shift. It's maybe an inch or 2. That's usually enough. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now recover for a moment. The next one's going to be the other way. We're going to shift forward as we float toes off the roller. So when you're in a plank and you're on the foam roller, lift your right toes up a little, but shift forward now on the left shin. Now come back to plank. Lift your left toes, and then you're going to shift forward. Lift your right leg a little, shift forward. I like how your hips are stable. You're just lifting the shin off the foam roller. 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Take a little breather. Breathe in. Wonderful job. And let's remove the foam roller for a moment and work on our obliques. Your left arm, or whichever arm you want to start off with, is on the floor like a pillow. Now both legs are going to lift up. Feel your belly pull in as you lift up both legs. 6, 7, 8. Now try another 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's stay up and try just the top leg. Now the add-on point, flex. Point up, flex both feet up, flex. Good. Point. The bottom foot or leg can be off the floor for a challenge. 7. Good. That's going to help the knee strength too. 8. Breathe in. 9. Now this top leg is going to stay up, lift up, point the whole time on this one. Now we're going to do flexion for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go to the other side. Excellent job. Now the arm is your pillow. You're going to take 20 double leg lifts so your toes are in your vision. If you look down your body, you should see your toes. This part of your belly's pulling in. You also have an oblique window between your rib and your pelvis here. Your belly's not just hanging out on the floor. 10 more. Neck soft, jaw soft. Now we're going to try to keep both legs up. Try to point as you lift and then try to flex as you lower. Now the bottom leg is off the floor the whole time. Both feet are pointing, flexing. Here's one more cue. It's a lot of cues, isn't it, that you try to go up a little higher than your legs thought you could. 9, jaw soft. Now try to leave this leg up, point the bottom foot and lift up your leg 10 times while both legs are pointed. Now you're going to do a set where both feet are flexed. Reach out your heel. Really good job. Wonderful. Take a full body stretch on your back side. Shift right and left. Now I'd like to show you a couple of modifications for this next one. If you care to do bridge, it's always a great modification. Another thing you can do is a modified crunch. If you care to add on, we're going to do some bicycle legs. Now the further your feet are away from you, the more you have to work to keep your ribs stable on the mat. If you care to add on, tuck your chin, bicycle up, tuck your chin, bicycle up. Now the arms could be just going right beside you like they're bicycling, or you could cross your arms on your chest. Another way to do this harder is fingers by your head, elbows out. 4, 3, 2. Take one more. And then recover for a minute by hugging your legs into your belly. Good job. Nice. Now the left foot is going to be on the floor, the right leg's out. The modification is lift up your shoulders. If you care to add on, lift 5 times, climb a tree. So please choose what you need. A modification could be the modified crunch, hands behind your head, or you could even do a bridge here. The main goal is to get some wellness activity. Exhale. Now the other is left leg up, right leg down. 5. Good. I like this little hamstring stretch right there. 4. Good. Yes. 3. I like that. And take 2 more. 2. Make sure the neck is okay. Tucking the chin. All right. The bonus would be that you come up 3 times in a teaser. 2. Good. 1 more. Hold the teaser. 3, 2, 1. And yeah, good job. I should have said that. Then you could have known to come up more. Great job. Come on up, guys. Let me give us this counter pose called the rack. I'm going to do this with the ankles crossed this time. One hand back, one hand back. Now lift your heart, lift your sternum. Breathe in here. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale and exhale. Really good. Now I want to give us a side plank either on the floor. Yes, grab a sip. Good job. Thank you for that reminder. Let's grab a sip. The next move is one of a few. I want you to choose what works for you. The first could be side plank. This is side plank on the forearm. The next could be the foot comes behind you. But if you would like to take Maldrasana, I do think it's good to get the wrist involved sometimes because we might fall, let's say. We do need some bone density there. We do want to have some type of strength or stability. That's it. Breathe in. Lift your heart. Your heart's shining towards the sky. Now lower your hip with care. Let's go to the other side. Now it could be your forearm. It could be your hand and your top foot goes back. This is called Maldrasana. Good. Lift your heart. Breathe. Really strong. Inhale. And then exhale. Lower. Great job. Now I'm going to give us either dolphin or down dog. Please choose what you need. This is down dog. This is dolphin. So it's okay, whichever one you want to do. We're going to hold for 10. Really push. Nice job. Now turn to the side. You can do this. I'm going to show you a couple ways. This is the twist. So it looks like one arm coming into a 3-legged dog. Okay? That's the move. If you prefer just to do side plank on your forearm, please do. 2. Inhale. 3. 2 more. Good. So I want you to find if you need to do a side plank or a dolphin on your forearms instead, that's fine. Just want to sprinkle in some wrist move every now and then so they're not atrophied. And then the other side, here we go. The twist. You lift your hips, you thread the needle. You come down. You lift your hips, you thread the needle. You push your hips back. It's a 3-legged dog. Breathe in, press back. All right, we have 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. You're doing great. 1 more. And now when you're here, either do down dog or dolphin and just hold. Down dog is on your hands, dolphin's on your forearms. If you would like to add on, lift your left foot up and take 5 pulses towards the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you want, your left foot's down, your right leg's up. And you take 5 pulses, otherwise just hold. And then 1. Nice job. Now, of course, I'm going to put those moves together. Please do what you can or what you want. This is the move. It's on the side. You thread the needle with the one arm going through, and then you lift up your whatever hand your foot's facing for. So my right hand's facing my left foot. I take 3 little pulses. Come back, and we'll do 3 sets. I'm going to make it real easy for numbers. So thread the needle, possibly lift your left leg. 3, 2, 1. Come back down gracefully, more gracefully than I. One more time. You go up. Now, if you need to do a down dog instead, please do. And come down. Other side, 3 and 3. So if you need to do a side plank on your forearm side, that's okay. Otherwise, you're gonna come up, thread the needle like you're doing a down dog with one arm, and then you lift your right leg and you do 3 pulses towards the sky. 3, 2, 1. You shift, inhale. Now you exhale, you thread the needle, your hips go up, your arms threading the needle, your right leg can add on. 3, whoops, 2, 1. And then you come back down. This is considered advanced, super advanced in Pilates. Exhale, thread the needle, and do 3, 2, 1. And then gently come back down. How'd it go? All right, we're gonna take our feet wide. You remember how we did this stretch earlier with our side? Now we're going straight down the middle. Your hands could be on the floor or the feet. I like to just shake out the neck here. Breathe in. Now when you're ready, just walk your left hand over to where your right hand is so that your one leg gets your both hands' attention, and just enjoy. We're going to walk on over to that other leg, that other foot. Now we're going to go right down the middle. Take an inhale and exhale. Hands can be on your shins or on the floor. Just enjoy. And then gently come back up. Nice job. And I'm going to have us do a shoulder stretch or two, but let me show you from the back side. You can sit any way you want. You could even sit upright or stand. The main intention is that you have a cow face stretch, one arm behind you. So if your knees, thank you, if your knees don't want to sit like this, you can sit crisscross applesauce or, stand up. I mostly want our intention to be postural stretches. So notice how your ribs could want to shift, but you're going to keep your ribs over your pelvis. Notice how your body could want to do this because of this shoulder tends to be tighter. So we're shoulder square, ribs square over the pelvis. See if all fingers can touch. Pull your head back into your forearm so it's not poking forward. Jawline parallel to the floor. Take an inhale. Exhale, switch it up. Now you notice your body might try to compensate here, but you're going to try to have yourself ribs over the pelvis, meaning not laterally translated, ribs tucked a little, head back. Breathe in fully through your nose and expand the ribs, expand that space on the side